Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. First, let's start by acknowledging that it's 92 degrees here in September. That's what I love about Michigan. Don't tell me it doesn't get hot here. Anyway, moving on. Today's quick tip is to remind you not to wait too long, or not to wait too late, I should say, before you do full energy rehearsals. So why is that important? Well, first of all, let me give a little mini not really a disclaimer, I guess you could say. But first, let me acknowledge that, as I've said in other videos, there's definitely a necessity and a time and place for those incremental rehearsals where you're not doing everything full out, but rather you're focusing on, ironing out those places where you might be stumbling and the parts that you need to learn and all of that. So those kinds of practices are very, very important and very necessary, of course. But once you get all that a little bit tighter and you're stronger, in that, no matter what your performance may be, there is a time for doing what we call the full out performance type rehearsals. And that's regardless of if you are a poet, if you're a singer, if you have a speaking engagement coming up, and even if you're not using your voice in a public way for your performances. Let's say that you're an instrumentalist. Regardless, if you, dancers too, same thing. If you have a public performance coming up, you don't want to wait too close to the performance date before you do those kinds of full energy dress rehearsal type rehearsals, because they can really things can sneak up on you, and it can trip up your performance if you are not fully prepared, I would say, by doing that. I'll give you a really good example. If you're familiar with the group TLC, I love them, TLC. As you may know, the rapper in the group Left Eye, she passed away, I think 8 or 10 years ago now. And they recently did the movie based on the group TLC in 2013. They did the movie on the background of the group and all of that. And the rapper Lil Mama played the role of Left Eye. So recently I was watching an interview with Chili and T-Boz, the two remaining members of TLC. And they were talking about performing live with Lil Mama. And they were specifically talking about how Lil Mama made the mistake of waiting to the last minute to do those full-on, total energy rehearsals so that she would be ready in terms of her stamina, in terms of her breath control and all that, to do it on stage. So what happened was that, according to the way I think Chili was telling the story, that what happened was they got to the stage, they did a live performance, and Lil Mama missed a whole section. I think of the rapping part. And come to find out after the fact, she was saying, Lil Mama was saying that she was out of breath and she couldn't get through her whole rap because she performed it the way Left Eye used to perform it. And if you've ever watched any of their videos, and I encourage you to look them up because they were so talented, still are, Left Eye would do, everything the whole group did. She did the full dances, all their dance routines, which were high energy. She did her vocal harmony and singing parts and all of that, and still had the breath to give a full, totally excellent, on point rapping performance when it came down to do that during the song as well. And Chili talked about how she figured out what she needed to do, how to go about utilizing her breath so that she could do all of that, because that is not easy. Trust me. That is not easy to do, and it really takes a lot of practice, rehearsal, and stamina building. It takes time to really get your body used to that and to learn how you need to use your breath to pull that off. So that's my little example, and certainly it's not just Lil Mama, but many of us have experienced the same kind of thing where there may be a performance, a speaking engagement, or whatever coming up, and you didn't practice those little things. We know to practice the song. You know to practice your performance. You know to practice your performance. Practice the music. You know to practice the speech. But to to do it all full energy as though you're in front of an audience. It's a different kind of thing. It's more than just, as we know, it's more than just the song, more than just the speech. So I encourage you and remind you to do those full out practices and rehearsals, not just once or twice before you get on stage, but if you're able to, several times, so that it feels like it's second nature to you. And not only will your performance sparkle even more, but you'll be more comfortable. And of course, as we know, the more comfortable you are on stage, the more you're able to really give it your all. So I hope that was helpful to you. Hope you could take some value from today's quick tip. Thank you to my new subscribers, and welcome. I want to welcome my new subscribers, and also God bless you and thank you to my subscribers who've stuck with me and continue to tune in. I appreciate that. I hope that you find something valuable from what I have to share with you. And as I've said in the past, I will be doing more music related videos. These are all music related, but in terms of specifically performance kinds of videos, I'll be doing more of those. Probably not until closer to 2015, however, because I'm really focusing on studio work right now and writing and getting the second album done. So stick with me, and I will be bringing you some more cool content. In the meantime, I invite you to follow me on Twitter at Celeste MUS and the number 1. Like my Facebook page, Dr. Angela Celeste May. And on my Facebook page, you can see Twitter also, but you can see photographs and other areas of my life that you don't get a chance to see here. Like when I moderated the poetry conference earlier this year, book signings that I've done, etc. So you can check out some of that cool content. And finally, feel free to check me out on Reverb Nation as well at reverbnation.com/Angela Celeste May, and become a fan. I hope you do. In the meantime, God bless, take care, enjoy the rest of the summer, and I'll be talking to you soon. Bye-bye.